In February, Florida Power and Light filed a rate hike petition with the Florida Public Service Commission. The proposal calls for phases in increases from 2026 to 2029 that would amount to almost $10 billion. As News 13's Grace Velez tells us, last week FPL filed their rebuttals against those who publicly opposed the increase to the PCS.
Interveners have filed testimony, and we get the opportunity to rebut their testimony so that the Public Service Commission has a full view of the case.
With any proposed price increase comes oppositions. In Florida Power and Light's case, thousands of customers spoke out at public meetings, several organizations filed oppositions, and a group of elected officials submitted a sign-on letter urging the PSC to oppose the price hike.
We sent a letter actually earlier in March to the PSC in opposition to this ridiculous FPL rate hike.
Representative Dr. Ana Escamani led the effort. Escamani says the proposed increase is historic and not in a good way.
It's historic in the fact that it's probably one of the largest rate hike requests in the entire country in modern American history.
FPL spokesperson Andrew Sutton says the increase is necessary to maintain the electric grid, diversify energy sources, and keep up with growth.
Since 2021, which was the last time FPL requested a rate adjustment, we have added 275,000 new customers to our service area. And between now and 2029, we expect to add 335,000 more customers. So to accommodate that growth, it's really important for us to expand our grid. We also have to build new power plants to meet the growing demand for power.
Sutton says imposing the increase over 4 years is necessary to save customers money in the long run.
So in a growing state, you have to add electrons onto the grid quickly. We can build the solar energy centers very quickly. It also continues to drive fuel costs out of the customer bill. In fact, our investments in solar have saved customers more than $1 billion in fuel we did not have to purchase because solar does not use fuel.
And while Sutton says the purpose is to ensure reliable service, Representative Escamani feels if the PSC approves the proposal as is, it would set a dangerous precedent, and the few other remaining utility companies in the state would follow in FPL steps.
Duke is my utility, so I don't even at this time have customers that are FPL, but I feel so passionate and I'm so aggressive on this issue because FPL impacts the entire state of Florida. Whatever they get, others are going to follow.
Cost of living and inflation are at the core of this rate case. Sutton says FPL has resources for any customers struggling to pay their bills. But Escamani and many others feel the programs offered don't meet the economic crisis many Floridians face. And the average consumer doesn't have access to the resources FPL has received in recent years to help combat inflation.
They've also seen billions in previous rate hikes and storm charges. In fact, in 2022, FPL secured approval for a $4.86 billion increase, again, one of the largest in U.S. history. And most recently, they were granted another $1.2 billion in storm restoration costs. And so we can't look at this in a vacuum. We have to look at this in the full context.
In Bay County, Grace Velez, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
This is just one small step in the lengthy rate case process. Sutton anticipates the PSC will make a decision sometime in the fall.